How's it going? Ryan here, and today I'm going to go over the one trade that I took on SPY. Happened to be a winner, a little over 20%. But before we get into the trade, we're on the daily time frame here. And the first things first, look at that. Look at that bottom that we put in here temporarily. Not out of the downtrend yet. We have to clear this and make a new high. Form a series of higher highs and higher lows, but it looks like it's trying. What a gap up. that's an insane bar on the daily, pretty much closing at the high of day. Nuts stuff. So if you played calls today, you probably made some money. But yeah, we have some levels. A few of these are levels I got off the hourly chart as I wanted targets to the upside once I saw that we gapped up and we're looking bullish on the morning. Some of these are daily time frame levels. I'm not going to go over all of them, but you can kind of see where they're at, like 425, 422-ish, 420. Most of these are irrelevant because we're way up here. So didn't mean to click that. We'll hop into we'll take a look at like a 1 hour and look at some of the levels I was watching around here. So yeah, as you can see, we gapped up overnight as we were opening up around here. We had the pre-market high that we were watching. We had this 425 level off the daily that I brought up. We have this 428, pretty much to the dollar, 428, 429, and 430. And you can kind of see the reason why. Just areas that I would look for in terms of targets. If we hop into the trade, we have this green line down here is yesterday's high a day. This is the pre-market high. One thing I was watching is how we had cleared high of yesterday, retested, came up, made this high in the pre-market, came down, and then as we opened showed a lot of strength. And so I was waiting for a pullback to get in on calls. I figured we're in an uptrend past few days, pretty much the past week. It's just been uptrending days. We're bullish. We gapped up. We're showing a lot of strength off the open. I'm not going to short it until I see signs to do so. But everything was looking pretty strong. So opened up below the pre-market high, busted right through it. I know, was watching for a response here to see if we'd potentially reject, and maybe play it down to the 425 or something, or see where we could go with that. But we broke above pretty convincingly, rallied all the way up to 428 where we rejected immediately. When we came down and retested the pre-market high, that was kind of the pullback that I was looking for, albeit in this high volume, super bearish candle. Not ideal. Ideally, you would look for high volume move up, a lower volume pull back into an area of support, some evidence that support holds, and that gives you a higher, probability setup. But nonetheless, we did come down and close above that pre-market high. So we held that pre-market high. And I entered a call on this subsequent candle here. So pretty much at the bottom of this candle, I got a really nice fill on that. I sold it somewhere up in here. Reason being, we have a slowdown in volume. The volume kind of got lower. And these upper wicks and small candle bodies were a bit concerning. So once I saw us kind of struggling around this like 427.5 area, and we can look at the 2 minute as well, because I watched the 5 and the 2 minute. But you can see what I'm talking about. Try to push up, get pushed down. Try to push up, get pushed down. Try to get push up, get pushed down. Make a move up, get pushed down. And then we start seeing like this low volume on the moves up, higher volume on the sell down. So I sold somewhere in here. Once I just saw that momentum looking like it was really starting to die out. Also, we did have some news come out at 8, which was right here. So I got out on this candle before that news came out. Never like to hold a position through news, even if it is, something small that may not move the market. I've been burnt by it. You can never predict how the market's going to react. So I just prefer not to take that chance. But that is the trade. I took my calls here, pretty much at the bottom of this green candle, sold them somewhere up in here in this candle. Overall, it's a little over 20% return. Not too bad. I bought a 428 strike, so out of the money. I was literally looking for us to retest this high a day. you can see this same setup played out pretty well. So another thing that I was watching is we had this support from the pre-market. We broke that and got a decent little move down for a scalp. But that, you can see how quickly we reversed off that. So this second retest of the pre-market high formed this hammer candle. That was the place to take calls right there. You know, when we came down and held, I took calls expecting more of this. That move is really nice, and no red candle in sight on the 5 minute. Like, just straight up rallying level to level, busted right through the high of day, came up, tested this 429, paused for a bit, and then cleared that. Yeah, that's quite a move. So that retest would have been excellent to get. I took the one prior, and you know, can't be mad with a 20% return. But also would have, you know, would have been nice to see that. But anyways, that's the only trade I took on the day. I hopped off somewhere in here. Overall, pretty happy with it. Had a really tight risk to reward as I entered kind of close to where I'd get out. I would get out if we broke below that wick. So we did not. So pretty tight risk to reward, looking for about $1 move up to 428. The high of day is what my initial profit target was before I started seeing this momentum shift. Yeah, overall, not too bad. You know, I would have always appreciate a bigger move out of something like that, but a win is a win, you know. With that being said, that's the only trade I took. You can kind of see how the rest of the levels played out. Still looking bullish. We're holding that kind of close to where we closed the day, right around that 430 level. So it'll be interesting to see how tomorrow plays out, and then the rest of, or I guess not the rest of, but next week. See if we can maintain this push up, or if I assume we're gonna have to have a pullback at some point. Now we have a gap on the daily to fill as well. So. You know how we like to gap fill. We filled this gap. Are we going to fill this gap? Probably so. I would imagine we do. That's all I have for you. I appreciate you watching. Thank you very much. I do trade live on this channel. I stream Monday through Friday. So if you want to come check that out, stop by, say what's up. That's all I got for you. I hope you have a great day. Peace.